A Nonprofit Job Website Guide. Chapter 1. Non-Government Organization/NGO Job Websites. Nonprofit articles at liveabout.com/nonprofit-organizations-6504664. Free current articles from the dot.com New York Times Company. Major nonprofit job websites. Idealist.org/begin a career. Idealist.org/career guide. Idealist.org, a searchable directory of nearly 50,000 nonprofit organizations in over 160 countries. Individuals can find jobs, volunteer opportunities, internships, programs, campaigns, and events. Servicelocator.org. Devex.com/jobs, Devex. Globaljobs.org, Global Jobs. Idealistcareers.org, Idealist Careers. Deepsweep.com. DevNetJobs.org, International Development, NGO, and Environment Sector. DevNetJobs.org offers jobs in international development and environment sector. Idealist.org. Interaction.org, American Council for Voluntary International Action is a coalition of over 150 private, U.S.-based voluntary organizations engaged in international humanitarian efforts. NCNA.org, the National Council of Nonprofit Associations. Guidastar.org, U.S.-based nonprofit organizations. Idealist.org/volunteer. LinkedIn.com, look for local nonprofits. UnitedWay.org, look for groups supported by the local branch of the United Way. CharityNavigator.org, U.S.-based nonprofit organizations. Idealist.org/en/career/financialadvice.html. Nonprofit.careerbuilder.com. Let'sDon'tAuction.com, nonprofit auctioneer. AboutJobs.com. AccessJobs.org. AlertNet.org/thepeople/jobs. AssociationJobs.com. awd.org/jobs, women's rights in development. aya.yale.edu/ycn/links.htm, links to 10,000 nonprofits. Bowelwaring.com, Headhunter, list of nonprofits. Care.ca, go to Job Center. CareerHQ.org. CareersWithoutBorders.com. CCIC.ca, job board on this Canadian website to end global poverty. CharityChannel.com/career_search. CharityJob.co.uk/seekers.asp. Clearinghouse.net/chadmin/viewcat/business_employment/human_profit_profit_organizations. cns.mes.edu/cns/jobs/index.htm, Center for Nonproliferation Studies, by Monterey Institute of International Studies. comminute.com/vacancies. communitychange.org/about/employment. communityjobs.org, newspaper access, the National Nonprofit Employment Clearinghouse. Craigslist.org/NPO, nonprofit jobs classifieds. dbm.com/job guide. dec.org, Development Experience Clearinghouse. developmentx.com/job opportunities/op summary. devjobsmail.com. devnetjobs.org. dev-zone.org/jobs. eldiz.org/news/jobs, British website. essential.org/goodworks/jobs. execsearches.com. fdncenter.org/pnd. friends.org/ccsi/an-job.htm, Civil Society International has a list of non-profit jobs and internships. globalcore.com/jobenfo.html, globalcore. hrw.org/jobs, Human Rights Watch. humanix.org, Alliance of Colleges, Universities, and Nonprofits preparing undergraduates for careers with youth and human service organizations. iclnet.org/pub/resources. idealist.org/career. igc.org/jobs.html. impactpublications.com, book jobs and careers with nonprofit organizations. independentsector.org/members/job_postings.htm. fdncenter.org/finder.html, Foundation Center. Foundation Finder. delphi.com/nonprofit-arch. Craigslist.org, Craigslist. opportunitynocs.org. ynpn.org, Young Nonprofit Professionals Network. interaction.org. interaction.org/jobs. Nonprofit job websites. 1. American Society of Military Controllers, asmconline.org. Chronicle of Philanthropy, Career Network, philanthropy.com/jobs. fisher.osu.edu/departments/finance. foundationcenter.org. idealistcareers.org/redirected. dotergjobs.com. tpa/aws/pt/sp/home_page. volunteermatch.org. Nonprofit job websites. 2. 2jobs4jobs.com/itjobs/nonprofit.job.search.html. aansocial.org, Nonprofit Resource Center of Alabama. adc.org, American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, grassroots civil rights organization working towards defending the rights of all people of Arab heritage in the U.S. adc.org/education/internship.html. afj.org, Alliance for Justice, National Association committed to progressive values and creation of an equitable, just and free society. afpnet.jobcontrolcenter.com/search/results. afpnet.org, Association of Fund Writing Professionals. africary.org/contact/index.html, Africare. Alliance Career Bank. allianceonline.org/careers/cbank.html. allpsychologycareers.com. americorps.gov, AmeriCorps. americorps.gov, serve with a nonprofit organization. americorps.gov, volunteers in service to America assist community-based agencies. americorps.gov/about/programs/vista.asp, AmeriCorps Vista. americorps.gov/about/programs/vista.asp, Vista, part of americorps.gov. amnesty.org/web/hrpjobs.nsf, Amnesty International. aquariumpage.de/community non-profit job search. asaecenter.org, Center for Association Leadership. ashoka.org, International Development, Human Rights, Environment, Health, Economic Development. aspenit.org, American Society for Public Administration. associationjobs.org, Association Jobs. assortiz.com, services to companies active in the international development aid field. awid.org/get-involved/jobs, Association for Women in Development. bavc.org/forum, Bay Area Video Coalition. beasocialworker.org, be a social worker. bls.gov/oh/life-physical-and-social-science/home.htm, life, physical, and social science. bls.gov/opub/ooq/2001/summer/art02.pdf, jobs in charitable nonprofits. bradley.edu/scc/index.php $page=students/listings_nonprofit. bridgespan.org. bridgespan.org, describes jobs in nonprofit world. bridgespan.org/nonprofit_jobs/search_jobs.aspx. bridgestar.org. bridgestar.org/mycareercenter/searchjobs.aspx. brown.edu/departments/swearer_center/publications/recomjobhome.shtml, Rhode Island Community Jobs. BSR.org, Business for Social Responsibility. Buzzfile.com/major/employers-by-major. calnonprofits.org/resources/job-board-menu, California Association of Nonprofits. Care.com, find or offer services as a babysitter, nanny, pet sitter, tutor, senior care provider. Care.org, humanitarian organization focused on working with impoverished women. Care.org/reach/positions.html, Care USA job. career.berkeley.edu/infolab/jobsites.stm. careerbliss.com. careercenter.ca, nonprofits.org/search.cfm. careercenter.nptimes.com/search.cfm. careerjet.com. careerjet.com/search/jobs?s=nonprofit. careerrookie.com. careers.councilofnonprofits.org, National Council of Nonprofits Career Center. careers.socialworkers.org. careers.socialworkers.org/findajob/default.asp. careers.state.gov, Careers Representing America. careers.state.gov, U.S. Department of State. careers.touchstoneenergy.coop, Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, jobs in rural electric cooperatives across the United States. careersforgood.org. careershift.com. careers-in-marketing.com/np.htm. Nonprofit job websites 3. CECP.co, Committee Encouraging Corporate Philanthropy. Center for Nonprofit Excellence.org. cgcareers.org. cgcareers.org/find-a-job, common good careers. charitychannel.com/careersearch, charity channel career search online. charitychannel.com/professional-growth/career-search-online. charityjob.co.uk. charityjob.com. charityjob.com/jobs. charitynavigator.org. charityvillage.com. charityvillage.com, nonprofit jobs. charityvillage.com/applicant/jobs.asp, career center at Charity Village. charityvillage.com/cvnet/career_center.aspx. charityvillage.com/jobs/findjobs.aspx. CharityWatch.org. childrennow.org/about_us/jobs/index.html, children. childrensdefense.org/about-us/join-our-team, Children's Defense Fund. chn.org/about-chn/jobs, Coalition on Human Needs job announcements. chn.org/jobs/index.html, Coalition on Human Needs. cio.com, Resources for Information Executives. citizencorps.gov, Citizen Corps. citylimits.org, Jobs in the nonprofit and civic community in New York City. citylimits.org/content/jobs, nonprofit in NYC. citylimits.org/content/jobs/index.cfm. citylimits.org/jobs. cityyear.org, City Year. civilsoc.org/an-job.htm, Public service jobs in or related to the countries of the former Soviet Union or Central and Eastern Europe. cnmconnect.org/opportunity501.aspx, the Center for Nonprofit Managements. cnmdallas.org/opportunity_501.aspx. cnmsocal.org, Center for Nonprofit Management, Southern California. cnrg-portland.org, Oregon. cnvs.org, Catholic Network of Volunteer Service. charityjobs.com. cof.org, Council on Foundations. cof.org, Council on Foundations. cof.org/programs-and-services/jobs/index.cfm ? Navi-tem number =14858, Council on cof.org, Container 113 and NAV 45, Council on Foundations Career Center. Colorado Nonprofits.org/board.cfm. CommonGoodCareers.org. CommonwealthGames.org. CommunitiesHairs.org, Greater Cleveland Community Shares. Council of Nonprofits.org, the National Council of Nonprofit Associations. Craigslist.org/SFO/NPO. CSNE.org/nonprofit_employment_articles/employment_advice_articles.htm. CSRwire.com, Corporate Social Responsibility. CVNL.org, the Center for Nonprofit and Volunteer Leadership. cyber.com/nrjobs/nonprof.html. dc.oodle.com/job/nonprofit. dcinternships.org. dcinternships.org/ipvs/about Institute on Philanthropy and Voluntary Service. deepsweep.com, Deep Sweep. deepsweep.com/cgi-bin/jobs/classifieds.cgi. Departments and agencies on USA.gov. derechos.org/human-rights/afr, Human Rights in Sub-Saharan Africa. Development. Nonprofit job websites for bit.ly/2w3muwn. bit.ly/2vmz1wz, Guide Star. bit.ly/2ufwrkj, idealist.org. bit.ly/2vbb3kc, nonprofit Oyster. bit.ly/2v1iluw, work for good. developpro.com. devex.com, International Aid and Development. devex.com provides business information and recruiting services to incorporate efficiency to international. devjobsmail.com/index.html, international development jobs. devnetjobs.tripod.com, international development, and goes. dizaboomjobs.com, helping people stay connected with those who matter most. diversityjobs.com. diversityworking.com/career/non_profit. donorsforum.org, Donors Forum of Illinois. donorsforum.org/forms_pdf/il nonprofits_profile.pdf, Illinois nonprofits, a profile of charities and advocacy organizations. donorsforum.org/forms_pdf/ilnp_employment.pdf, Illinois nonprofit employment. dot.org.jobs. dotergjobs.com, .org jobs. dotergjobs.com, on philanthropy. dotergjobs.com, philanthropy jobs. dressforsuccess.org, helps women get ready for the workforce. earthwatch.org/jobs.html. ecas-citizens.eu, links to many international and domestic organizations that are seeking either volunteers or full-term employees. eco.org, green jobs. eco.org. ecojobs.com, environmental career opportunities. ecojobs.com/statejobs.htm. economic development. edf.org/cgi-bin/navbar.pl ? effectivephilanthropy.org. ejobs.org, ejobs environmental opportunities. emergencymanagement.edu.org. empoweryou.com/resources-nonprofit-jobs.html. encore.org. encore.org/work/job listings. energizinc.com, volunteer management jobs and internships. energizinc.com/jobs.html, Energizinc's volunteer management job bank. Environmental Defense Fund. eop.com/cd.html, careers. essential.org, citizen activism. ethicalcareersguide.co.uk, ethicaljobs.net, etown.edu/vl/ngos.html, non-governmental organizations, execsearches.com/exec/default.asp, non-profit managerial jobs, execsearches.com/non-profit-jobs/advanced-non-profit-job-search.asp, execsearches.com/non-profit-jobs/searchall.asp, experience.com, fairhousing.com, fdncenter.org, fdncenter.org, the Foundation Center, fdncenter.org/collections/index.html, the Foundation Center Cooperating Collections, fdncenter.org/pnd/jobs, Foundation Center's Job Corner, fdncenter.org/pnd/jobs, Philanthropy News Digest Job Corner, fdncenter.org/pnd/jobs, Philanthropy News Digest, Job Lists, philanthropy.com/jobs, The Chronicle of Philanthropy, fdncenter.org/pnd/jobs/index.jhtml, Feminist Majority Foundation, feminist.org/911/jobs/911jobs.asp, feminist.org/911/jobs/joblisting.asp, Feminist Career Center, firescience.org/public-administration-degree-programs-online, flares.org, Florida Alliance of Information and Referral Services, FLARES, fordfound.org/employment, Ford Foundation, foundationcenter.org, the Foundation Center, foundationcenter.org/pnd/jobs, foundationcenter.org/pnd/jobs, Philanthropy News Digest, foundationcenter.org/pnd/jobs, Philanthropy News Digest Jobs Board, foundationcenter.org/pnd/jobs, foundationcenter.org/pnd/jobs/index.jhtml, Foundations Job Bank, fpa.org, Foreign Policy, fpa.org/jobs/?act=jobs_list, Foreign Policy Association Job Board, fpa.org/jobs_contact2423/jobs_contact.htm, Foreign Policy Association, Non-Profit Job Websites 5, fundcareers.org, Fund for Public Interest Research Job Page, fundforthepublicinterest.org, Fund for the Public Interest, funjobs4u.com, Fundraising for Charities, givingforum.org, Regional Associations of Grant Makers, globalservicecorps.org, globalservicecorps.org, GSC, goodwilljobs.com/a/jobs/find-jobs, greenpeace.org/information, guidestayr.org, guidestayr.org/home.aspx, GuideStar, gwbweb.wstl.edu/jobs, social work and social services jobs online, habitat.org, Habitat for Humanity, hbs.edu/social enterprise, social enterprise at Harvard Business School, h-net.org/jobs, hnet job guide, positions in history, the humanities, and social sciences, hotjobs.yahoo.com/jobs-c-non-profit_volunteer, hrc.org/place-a-work, human rights campaign, hrlawgroup.org/employment, International Human Rights Law Group, hrw.org, Human Rights Watch is a non-profit, non-governmental organization, hrw.org/en/about/jobs, Human Rights Watch, hscarers.com, Human Services Career Network, hscarers.com/jobseekers/home.asp, humandevelopment.vt.edu, humanics.org, American Humanics, humanrightsjobs.com, Human Rights Jobs, iaf.gov, Inter-American Foundation, icra.org. Idealist.org, Guide to Nonprofits. Idealist.org, Idealist. Idealist.org, Idealist.org. Idealist.org/career.html. Idealist.org/en/career/career.html, Idealist Nonprofit Career Center. Idealist.org/en/career/index.html. Idealist.org/info/volunteer. Impactonline.org, Nonprofit End. Indeed.com/jobs?Q=nonprofit. Independentsector.org. Independentsector.org/members/job_postings.htm, independent sector job links. Indepcc.org, Independent Sector National Charitable Organizations and Foundations. Indvjobs.org, International Development Institute. Interaction.org, Interaction. Internationaljobs.org. Nonprofit job websites 6. intouch.emeraldinsight.com. intranet.dimeN-intl.com/USAID/index.html, USAID job listings. ipvs.org, Institute of Philanthropy and Volunteer Service. Charity.org. Irvine Foundation. irvine.org/about_irvine/employment.shtml, the job.com. jobandcusa.com/jobs_employment_work/industry/not_for_charitable-non-profit_for_social_services-17571-1.html. jobboard.specialtycareers.org. jobjenny.com/non-profit-jobs-in-us.html. jobijoba.com. jobjournal.com. jobjournal.com, California Job Journal. joblink.socialworkers.org/search. jobs.afpnet.org, Association of Fundraising Professionals Jobs. jobs.businessweek.com/all-job/list/q-non-profit/pn-1. jobs.care2.com/all-jobs/list. jobs.change.org. jobs.change.org/search. jobs.climber.com/jobs/search/nonprofit. jobs.cof.org, Council on Foundations. jobs.govloop.com. jobs.icma.org, International City/County Management Association. jobs.oodle.com/careers/careers/nonprofit-fundraising-jobs. jobs.oodle.com/youth_counselors/careers/nonprofit-fundraising-jobs. jobs.oriongrassroots.org, Orion Grassroots Network job page. jobs.phds.org/nonprofit. jobs.socialactions.com/jobs/find-jobs. jobs.socialworkjobbank.com. jobs.thirdsector.co.uk. jobs.undp.org, United Nations. jobs4development.com, International Development Jobs. jobs@nonprofits.com. jobsearch.money.cn/all-jobs/list/q-non-profit. job-search-engine.com. job-search-sites.info. jobs.jobs/nonprofit-community/all. jobsgopublic.com, the not-for-profit and public sectors in the UK. jobsincharities.co.uk/anywhere/any.html. jobsinnonprofit.org. jobsinnonprofits.com/jobseekers. jobstatserve.com, Nonprofit Center of Milwaukee. jobtarget.com. juju.com. justjobs.com. justmeans.com. justmeans.com, justmeans. justmeans.com/job search. jwj.org, Jobs with Justice. karmaclicks.org. karmaclicks.org/nonprofit-colorado-job/career-colorado-nonprofit.php. landtrustalliance.org/about-us/jobs. lano.org/am/template.cfm $jobs_postings. lawrence.edu/department/student_dean/career/nonprofit/npfair.html. learn4good.com/jobs/language/english/list/non-profit. learnandserve.gov, Learn and Serve America. lifeworth.com, Careers in Progressive Business. linkedin.com/directory/jobs/non-profit-organization-management.html, non-profit organization management jobs. linkup.com. lnp.fdncenter.org/finder.html, Foundation Center, Foundation Finder. makingthedifference.org. makingthedifference.org/federal careers/international relations.shtml. massachussetts-job.com. mentalweb.com. mnaonline.org/classified.asp. mnc.nonprofitoffice.com/index.asp, mbs nonprofit classes. Nonprofit job websites 7. mncn.org/jobs, jobs in the nonprofit sector in Minnesota and beyond. mncn.org/jobs. money.cnn.com/magazine/fortune/rankings, a yearly list of the best corporations to work for. monster.com. monthlydevelopments.org/jobs, nonprofit international development. Mountain Environments. mountain.org, Mountain Institute, headquarters in Washington, D.C., domestic and international programs for sustainable economic development, conservation of. NASWDC.org, National Association of Social Workers. national.unitedway.org/jobs, the United Way. national.unitedway.org/jobs, United Way of America. nationaljobs.washingtonpost.com/all-jobs/list/q-nonprofit. nationalservice.gov. nationalservice.gov, Corporation for National and Community Service. nationalservice.gov/about/careers. ncced.org, National Congress for Community. nccenter.bringster.net/jobseekers.asp. ncdiaonline.org, National Community Development Association. ncna.org. ncna.org, National Council of Nonprofit Associations. netimpact.org. netimpact.org, Creating Social and Environmental Change. netimpact.org, Processial Business Organization. netimpact.org/careers. networkflip.com, Future Leaders in Philanthropy. networkflip.com, Future Leaders in Philanthropy, Flip. newenglandjobs.org. Newsletter. ngorecruitment.com. nira.or.jp/past/ice/nwdtt/2005/idx2/index8.html number sign United States, World Directory of Think Tanks. Nonprofit job websites 8. dreamnow.org. greenforall.org. apolloalliance.org, Green Collar Jobs. greenpages.org. goodworkcanada.ca. bsr.org. jobs.care2.com. jobs.grist.org. nonprofitjobmarket.org. Chapter 2. Human Service, Social Service Jobs. Social Service Organizations. NASWDC.org. American Mental Health Counselors Association. 801 North Fairfax St. Number 304. 800-326-2642. Arlington, Virginia 22203. These are people who work for a company, helping employees with general problems. AmeriCorps Vista Corporation for National Community Service. Washington, D.C. 20024. 800-942-2677. nationalservice.gov/programs/AmeriCorps/programs/AmeriCorps-Vista. Association of Social Work Boards, ASWB. 400 Southridge Parkway. Number B. Culpeper, Virginia 22701-3791. 800-225-6880. info@aswb.org. aswb.org. Association for Community Organization and Social Administration, ACOSA. 20560 Bensley Avenue, Linwood, Illinois 60411-4635. 708-757-4187. Office at acosa.org. acosa.org. Canadian Association of Social Workers. 383 Parkdale Avenue No. 402. Ottawa, on K1Y4R4 Canada. 855-729-2279. kaw@kaw-ax.ca. casw-acts.ca. Council on Social Work Education. 1701 Duke Street No. 200. Alexandria, Virginia 22314-3457. 703-683-8080. info@cswe.org. cswe.org. Council for Standards in Human Service Education. PMB 703. Larrabee Ave, Suite 104. Bellingham, Washington 98225-7367. cshse.org. Independent Sector. 1602 L Street, NW. Number 900. Washington, D.C. 20036. 202-467-6100. info@independentsector.org. independentsector.org. National Association of Social Workers, NASW. 750 1st Street NE. Number 800. Washington, D.C. 20002-4241. 800-742-4089. Membership at socialworkers.org. socialworkers.org. National Organization for Human Services. 5001 Brody Lane. Number 620-215. humanservices.org. National Organization for Human Service Education. 5601 Brody Lane. Number 620-215. Austin, Texas 78745. Nosy.com. Nonprofit Leadership Alliance, NLA. 1801 Main Street, Kansas City, Missouri 64108. 816-561-6415. info@nla1.org. nonprofitleadershipalliance.org. Nonprofit Leadership Alliance, NLA. 1801 Main Street, Suite 200. Kansas City, Missouri 64108-1931. 816-561-6415. nonprofitleadershipalliance.org. The National Organization for Human Services. National Organization for Human Services, NOHS. 147 Southeast 102nd Avenue, Portland, Oregon 98216. 503-595-2736. nationalhumanservices.org. Human Services, Social and Mental Health Service, job websites. Counseling.org, American Counseling Association. nbcc.org/certification/student information, National Board for Certified Counselors information for students. cswe.org, Council on Social Work Education. socialworkschool.tripod.com, advice on grad school and social work. APA.org, American Psychological Association. uncw.edu/career/psychology.html $jobs, lots of psych links. hscarers.com, Human Services Career Network. OnlineMSWprograms.com/careers, ultimate guide to careers in social work. socialwork-licensure.org/state/social-work-licensure-north-Carolina, guide to social work licensure in North Carolina. socialwork-licensure.org/articles/become-a-social-worker, guide to becoming a social worker. Human service job websites. admin.ks.gov/services/state-employment-center. agency.governmentjobs.com/riverside. agency.governmentjobs.com/SD County. AlleghenyCounty.us/human-services/careers.aspx. au.indeed.com/human-services-jobs. bigfuture.collegeboard.org/careers/community-and-social. bls.gov/social-and-human-service-assistance.htm. ca.indeed.com/human-resources-jobs. ca.indeed.com/human-services-jobs. career.vt.edu/websites/careerfields/nonprofit.html. careerbuilder.com/jobs/keyword/human-services. careerrookie.com/jobs/sk/social+sign-services. cdph.ca.gov Home Services. cityofboston.gov/human-services. citytowninfo.com All jobs. denvergov.org/content/denver-human-services.html. dhs.nh.gov/hr/jobs/index.htm. dhr.state.md.us. DHS Jobs, Arkansas Department of Human Services. dhs.dc.gov. dhs.georgia.gov. dhs.georgia.gov/services/jobs. dhs.state.il.us. dhs.state.mn.us. dhsjobs.dhs.ga.gov. dss.sc.gov. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/human-services. flexjobs.com/blog/10-best-human-services-jobs. flexjobs.com/jobs/human-services. florida.jobing.com/jobs/human+sign-services. hdfs.udel.edu/prospective/human-services. hennepin.us/jobs/job-opportunities. hhs.gov About careers. hhsc.state.tx.us. hscarers.com. hscarers.com/jobseekers/search.asp. humanservices.arkansas.gov/dhsjobs.aspx. humanservices.hawaii.gov/employment-opportunities. indeed.com/q-human-services-jobs.html. indeed.com/q-minnesota-human-services-jobs.html. info.csc.state.nj.us/vats. jeffco.us/human-services. jobs.masslive.com/jobs/rl-human-services. jobs.monster.com Human Services. jobs.monster.com/v-human-services.aspx. jobs.ok.gov. jobs.walgreens.com. lcc.edu/health/human-services/career. learn.org/jobs_does.degree_human-services_prepare_u_for.html. main.gov/dhhs/jobs. Mass.gov. Careers in Health and Human Services. nationalhumanservices.org/what-is-human-services. nationjob.com/hs. ncdhhs.gov. nd.gov/dhs/about/careers. nose.memberclicks.net/index.php option =com_mc login &view =mc. norfolk.gov/human-services. nyc.gov/New York C-resources/categories/social-services.page. okdhs.org/careers. onetonline.org/find/career $C=$10. oregon.gov/dhs/pages/employment.aspx. phoenix.gov residents. phoenix.gov/human-services. recruiter.com/careers/human-services.html. salary.com/human-services-worker-salary.html. sanantonio.gov/human-services.aspx. sandiegocounty.gov. sandiegocounty.gov/hr. sfasu.edu/sfapsych/documents/jobtitles.pdf. simplyhired.com/k-health-and-human-services-jobs.html. simplyhired.com/k-human-services-jobs.html. socialservice.com. socialservice.com/search_result.cfm. sonomacounty.ca.gov. Home departments and agencies. state.nj.us/human-services. state.nj.us/human-services/involved/employment. totaljobs.com. Jobs temporary. uky.edu/hr/employment. vbgov.com/government/departments/human-services/pages/default.aspx. wakegov.com. Human Services pages. waukeshacounty.gov/hhs. work.cron.com. Careers Human Resource Jobs. work.cron.com. Careers Social Services Jobs. Social Service Job Websites. Alameda's OCELServices.org. arizona.jobing.com/jobs/social+services. au.indeed.com/social-service-jobs. au.indeed.com/social-services-jobs. bait.com. Find jobs. Jobs by sector. bait.com, Middle East. bls.gov/./social and human service assistance.htm. bls.gov/ooh/community-and-social-service/social-workers.htm. bls.gov/management/social-and-community-service-managers.htm. brownschool.wstl.edu. Resources pages. ca.indeed.com/social-service-jobs. ca.indeed.com/social-service-worker-jobs. careeradvancement.chicago.edu/public policy service. careerbuilder.com/jobs/keyword/social-service. careerbuilder.com/jobs/keyword/social-services. careerjet.co.za/department-of-social-services-jobs.html. careerrookie.com/jobs/sk/social+services. careers.socialworkers.org. careers.socialworkers.org/explore/workforce.asp. Catawba County NC.gov/DSS. chesterfield.gov. ct.gov. dcjobs.com/jobs/category/social-services-community/Washington. dconc.gov/government/departments-f-z/social-services. dshs.wa.gov/ses's/human-resources-division. dss.cahwnet.gov/cdsweb/pg14.hdm dss.co.cumberland.nc.us dss.mo.gov/hrc/jobs dss.sc.gov dss.sc.gov about DSS dss.sd.gov dss.virginia.gov dss.virginia.gov/geninfo/jobs2.cgi en.wikipedia.org/wiki/social_services flexjobs.com/jobs/social-work governmentjobs.com/jobs?keyword=social services governmentjobs.com/jobs?keyword=social services helpstartshare.org hillsboroughcounty.org departments IZ departments hospitalJobs.online.com/jobs/q-social-services-jobs hscarers.com humanservices.hawaii.gov/ssd ihiresocialservices.com indeed.co.za/social-services-jobs indeed.com/q-social-services-jobs.html indeed.com/social-service-jobs job.com/i-social-services-l-mobile-alabama-jobs.html job.com/i-social-services-l-western-north-carolina-jobs.html jobs.cleveland.com/jobs/rl-social-service-united-states jobs.com.sg/careers-in-social-service-jobs-in-Singapore jobs.hcr-manorcare.com/key/social-services-jobs.html jobs.monster.com healthcare jobs.monster.com healthcare social services jobs.nj.com/jobs/rl-social-service-united-states jobs.nj.com/jobs/social-services jobs.oregonlive.com/jobs/rl-social-service-united-states jobs.silive.com jobs.startribune.com/jobs/social-services jobs.startribune.com/jobs/social-services/Minnesota jobs2careers.com social services jobs@socialservices.jsonlinet.com jobs-in-madison.com/category/social-services-community linkedin.com jobs metroatlantajobs.com milwaukeejobs.com msa.maryland.gov/msa/mdmanual/01glance/html/social.html nashville.gov/social-services.aspx nassaucounty.gov/2017/social-services-employment-opportunities nationalcareerservice.direct.government.uk/social-services.aspx nationalcareerservice.direct.government.uk/./socialworker.aspx ncdhhs.gov divisions ncss.gov.sg/social-service-jobs/index.asp ncss.org.sg/social-service-jobs/job-list.asp newyork.jobs/community-searcher-social-services/jobs-in nyc.gov/jobs nyc.gov/newyork/resources/categories/social-services.page Onslow County nc.gov/dss Pitt County nc.gov/departments/dss rileyguide.com/social.html simplyhired.com/k-social-service-jobs.html simplyhired.com/k-social-services-jobs.html snagajob.com/job-search/q-social+sign-services socialcare.co.uk/jobs/care/social-services socialsecurity.gov/careers socialservice.com socialservice.com/search.cfm socialservicenetwork.com socialservices.jobs socialservicesjobsnetwork.com socialservicestaffing.com socialworkers.org/joblinks socialworkjobbank.com ssa.gov/ny/jobs-current.htm ssw.unc.edu/dssjobsnc ssw.unc.edu/dssjobsnc/jobs_list state.nj.us/dhs home Suffolk County.gov Departments Social Services totaljobs.com totaljobs.com Browse jobs usajob.gov usajob.gov/search keyword equals social worker workopolis.com/job search/social-services-jobs/Ontario-Canada wowjobs.ca/jobs-social+sign-services+sign-worker-jobs za.simplyhired.com/a/jobs/list/q-social+sign-service Human Service Assistance Career Human Service Assistants help out in the social worker type fields. They generally don't have the educational credentials of social workers. Just about every level of government has a human services department/office. This is where social workers and human services workers go to find jobs. A lot of human services jobs are at medical facilities. Just about every college campus has a health and human services office that you can check out for jobs. hhs.gov bls.gov/oco/ocos059.htm, social and human service assistance. careerdictionary.com/157/social-human-service-assistance. careerplanner.com/job-outlook/social-and-human-service-assistance.cfm. careerwizard.com/index.cfm action equals careers.human_services. citytowninfo.com/employment/human-service-assistance. collegeboard.com/csearch/majors_careers/profiles/careers/106586.html. collegegrad.com/careers/proft40.shtml, career, social and human service assistance. collegetoolkit.com/careers/social_un_service_assistance/overview/21-1093.00.aspx. healthcare.bet.monster.com/socks/articles/hsa. iseek.org/sv/careers, career, social and human service assistance. jobandcusa.com/career_employment/social-human-service-assistance. jobs.state.va.us/career-guides/social and dhuma-nserviceas/sts.htm. learningpulse.com/career-outlook/social-and-human-service-assistance.html. onvian.com/careers/social-human-service-assistance/career-profile.htm. servicejobs.com. studentaid2.ed.gov/career/career details/career 21-1093.00.html. National Organization for Human Service Education. 375 Myrtle Avenue, Brooklyn, New York 11205. noz.org. Human Services and Liberal Arts Careers. KB Enterprises. 13137 Pendale Lane, Fairfax, Virginia 22033. 703-378 0349. Weekly. Council for Standards in Human Service Education. Harrisburg Area Community College. Human Services Program. 1 HACC Drive. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania 17110-2999. cshse.org